Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, my subscribers on YouTube, peeps on Facebook, everybody at House of Nerdum who's an NFL fan, and of course, NFL fans around the world. It is the DOUG here once again for his Week 7 pay-per-view predictions. That is right. No kidding. NFL Week 7 predictions. It's a little bit early in the morning. I just woke up and I've had no caffeine yet. God help us all. Before we get to Week 7 picks, we gotta go to last week and just give a quick recap of what the fuck went down. So this should be fun and educational programming for all. On Thursday of this past week, the Colts defeated the Houston Texans 33-28 and what was probably the greatest Thursday night football game so far. Since all the other ones were a fucking blowout. This one was pretty damn good, and I thank the Colts and I thank the Texans for doing their job. Moving on to the Sunday games, my Dallas Cowboys probably get not only the biggest upset win of the year so far, but they get the biggest win of the year as they went into Seattle and defeated the Seahawks 30-23. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Well, excluding this, Stephen A. Smith, he looked good in Cowboys colors. Moving on to Tennessee, the Jaguars, who came so close to getting the first win, unfortunately fell short as the Titans would win 16-14 in what was a pretty good exciting game near the end of the game. In Tampa Bay, however, there was not. The Baltimore Ravens beat the holy hell out of the Buccaneers 48-17 and get an astounding 38 points in the first half. Joe Flacco ended the day with 5 touchdowns. He was your quarterback of the week. Moving on to New York, while it's kind of close, it never really got any close at all near the end, as the Denver Broncos were able to defeat the Jets 31-17. Manning had 3 touchdowns, and he is close to the record. We'll talk about that later on. We then head to Minnesota as the Vikings would lose this game 17-3 and pretty much prove Teddy Bridgewater's a rookie quarterback. They have no run game, and Matthew Stafford does not need Calvin Johnson or Reggie Bush. Moving on to Buffalo, the Patriots were able to hold off a comeback from the Bills to win 37-22 and was a pretty damn good, exciting game. Tom Brady would have 4 TD passes. Moving on, we head to Cincinnati and probably what was the biggest waste of time and money for their fans or people watching at home as the Panthers and Bengals tied. We'll get back to that. Cleveland would destroy the Pittsburgh Steelers 31-10 and pretty much the Browns quarterback pretty much showed, yeah, you don't need Johnny Football and you got me. We then head to Miami where Rodgers showed the Miami Dolphins that, yeah, the Miami Dolphins should not relax. As the Packers were able to win the game on with under 6 seconds left to win the game, 27-24. Dolphins looked heartbroken in that one. We then head to Oakland and why David Carr, D. Carr I should say, looked pretty damn great in this game. 4 touchdown passes, but he did throw 1 caution interception that may have cost his team a chance to tie the game so it could go to overtime. San Diego wins 31-28. We then head to Atlanta where the Chicago Bears proved me wrong. They proved me wrong, Chicago, as the Bears would win 27-13 over an Atlanta team that sucks. We're going to get to Atlanta, the Panthers, the Bucks, and the Saints in a little bit. We then head to Arizona where the Cardinals would beat the Redskins 30-20, which really didn't surprise me at all. Then we head to the Sunday night game. Dear God in heaven, that was a massacre. The Eagles proved me wrong, particularly on their defense, because I did call them out on it last week. But they proved me wrong this week, and they shut out the Giants 27-0. Unfortunately, the biggest news coming out of this game is the fact the Giants lost Victor Cruz for the season. We'll see how that plays out later in this year. And of course, Monday night, the 49ers pretty much showed up and smacked St. Louis upside the head, 31-17. Now for my awards, my wonderful awards that I do every week. Starting off with the team that gets the worst team award. You know, I try to figure out a lot who gets this one, but there's only really, to be honest, 3 teams that should get this one. Of course, the Giants, who I don't mind them losing, but could you fucking at least got some points to make yourself look like you mean something? Because getting 0 points pretty much showed the equivalence of you suck. However, there are 2 other teams I want to call out on this as well. Bengals and Panthers. How in God's name do you end in a tie? That was probably the biggest waste of money and time I've ever seen. And I feel sorry for the Panther fans and the Bengal fans who wiped that game up, because you pretty much just wasted a bunch of your time and money. Now, yes, I'm sure someone's going to say, well, Doug, you know, it was a good game. Yes, it was a good game, but the ending was stupid. And the worst thing is, guess what? Because of said tie, Carolina leads in the South still, and the fucking Bengals lead in the North. You know, it's because of the fucking tie, which makes no sense whatsoever. Speaking of which, the NFC South is the only division where nobody wants to fucking win. So I'm highly disappointed by that. You know what? I think we just saw another reason why the college overtime rules look so much better than the NFL. So I'm going to say this, and I'm sure people are going to hate me for it, but I think you're going to have to go back and fix your overtime rules to where, yeah, you just keep scoring till somebody doesn't. Period. As far as for best team, there's a lot that could go to. It could go to Dallas, they're 5-1. San Diego, 5-1. Philadelphia, 5-1. But neither one of them are getting it. My best team of the week actually goes to a college team this time around. Mississippi State. Holy crap. Did anybody, and I mean did anybody have this happening? Nope. Mississippi State jumped from being an unranked team a few weeks ago to being on top of the mountain. So congratulations to Mississippi State on that. I think that's a great feeling. That's good for the university. That's good for the players. I do wish him continued success. Granted, I hope Notre Dame can get up there, but that's another story. Alright, just as a quick reminder of the things going on in the standings. I don't usually look at these too about this time around. In the NFC East, it's pretty much a tight race between the Eagles and the Cowboys, as they're both 5-1. Giants are still hanging in there at 3-3, but the Redskins look like they're on life support, getting ready to hear the time of death. In the NFC North, Detroit and Green Bay are battling for that winner spot. Chicago hanging in there. Minnesota's not out of it yet, but they need some whole lot of motherfucking help. In the NFC South, it's the division nobody wants, because all 4 teams suck. None of them can play defense. Apparently Carolina can only know how to tie. New Orleans' defense is a debacle. Atlanta's defense is a debacle. And Tampa Bay's defense may as well just go dig themselves a grave at this point. And in the NFC West, which has proven to be once again the best division, which is unfortunate, with the NFC's coming in second right now, Arizona leads that thanks to pretty much Dallas making Seattle lose. So, you're welcome, Arizona, and you're welcome, San Francisco, as well. In the AFC, New England having not a great stranglehold, but a good hold on their AFC East first spot right now, with Buffalo being the only team behind them at 3-3, and Miami and New York Jets wanting life support. In the North, Cincinnati and Baltimore doing their thing, and surprisingly, Cleveland's doing pretty well too. Pittsburgh, not out of it yet, but they look sketchy. In the AFC South, yeah, it's just between the Colts and the Houston Texans. Let's just be honest, folks. Tennessee ain't winning that fucking division, and Jacksonville ain't doing jack shit. And of course in the AFC West, it's San Diego right now at number 1, with Denver in second, Kansas City third, and Oakland pretty much proving why they are one of the worst teams in the NFL. I will say this, looking at the schedule ahead a few weeks from now, I'm actually going to say Oakland will get the first one, but that will be for a while. Hopefully that does not bite me in the ass. Now, of course, injury reports, particularly I want to concentrate on 2 of the injuries because they affect tomorrow's games a wee little bit. Of course, the Jets will have some injuries to deal with. They do have a lot of injuries. Unfortunately, so do the Patriots, as they will not have their Mr. Mayo as the linebacker. He's out for the year, which unfortunately he's kind of the quarterback for the defense. He's kind of the heart and soul of that defense. So we will see if that has an effect. And of course, Stephen Ridley, he's out for the year as well. Both of them have knee injuries. I do wish them to get better. I don't like seeing players get hurt. It's just me. And also, I like to hopefully wish Victor Cruz a speedy recovery, because I know he loves this game, and it is going to be kind of sad I don't get to see the salsa dance doing highlights anymore. I like that. Granted, I don't like when he does it against my team, but I still enjoy it when he does it any other time. Alright, let's get to these Week 7 games. Just as a quick reminder, if you have the Philadelphia Eagles or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on your fantasy team, which if you have anybody on your Tampa Bay Buccaneers team, why? They have a bye this week, so remember, anybody from Philly, anybody from Tampa, switch them out this week. You have been warned ahead of time. So let's get this going. The first game. Oh, by the way, before I forget, because I'm sure somebody's going to want to know how I did this week. Even though there was that dumbass fucking tie, I still did pretty good this weekend. Went 10, 3-1. That's pretty damn good. So congratulations to me, that's a winning week. And for the season, I'm 57 in wins, 32 in losses, and of course that stupid motherfucking tie that fucked everybody. And I mean everybody, y'all. But let's get to these picks. Game 1 of this week will be the New York Jets, traveling to New England to take on the Patriots. Now, I'm taking Tom Brady and the Patriots on this one. For this sole reason. Why, yes, the running game may be lacking against New England. Geno Smith has been playing subpar football. Why, yes, the Jets defense could be the only reason the Jets remain in this fight. Tom Brady's going to do what Tom Brady does best and win this game. Moving on to Baltimore, ladies and gentlemen. Baltimore, where it will be the Baltimore Ravens saying hello to the Atlanta Falcons. It's a battle of the birds, baby. Who's going to win, the Falcon or, quote, the Raven nevermore? Well, I'm taking Joe Flacco and the Ravens on this one. The Atlanta Falcons have been very disappointing since the season started. The defense, it looks like it's nowhere to be found. So I gotta take a Baltimore on this one, particularly after, yes, I know it's against Tampa Bay. That's a momentum builder. That's going to get you built up. So I'm taking Baltimore on this one. Moving on to Washington, where the Redskins will be taking on the Tennessee Titans. This one's kind of a hard pick for me because neither team's looking that impressive right now. Tennessee, well, yes, they just got the second win of the year, but like I said, I was taking a drink. It was against Jacksonville. So, and Redskins have only have one in there, and that was over Jacksonville. Redskins have a lot of injuries. Titans, I really can't say I like what they're doing. So this is a coin flip to me. Kind of an upset pick as well, because I'm sure Titans may be favored a bit. I'm going to take the Washington Redskins at home to get their second win of the year. So Redskins, do not, I repeat, do not screw this up. Because the last time I picked you, you fucked me. Literally. So, don't do that again. Moving on to St. Louis. It would be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the St. Louis Rams. Well, I'm taking the Seahawks in this one. This should not surprise anybody. Rams, why, yes, have been looking decent. I still think they're probably the worst team in that division. Seahawks win this one, but they bounce back from the loss. Heading to Jacksonville. Now, before the season, I would have said this is a freaking damn coin flip. I don't know who to pick. But that was preseason. How have things have changed. I am taking the Cleveland Browns on this one. Browns have been looking pretty damn good. Jacksonville, well, it's Jacksonville. What are you going to do, right? Moving on to Indianapolis as the Cincinnati Bengals travel to Indianapolis to take on Andrew Luck and the Colts. I am taking Andrew Luck and the Colts on this one. I don't see how the Bengals can win this one, because if you couldn't even beat Carolina at home and you set it for a tie because your field goal kicker missed probably the easiest kick he could ever had in his life, I got to take the Colts on this one. Bengals are now starting to look a little bit suspect to me, a little bit. Moving on to Buffalo, where the Bills will take on the Vikings. I'm taking the Buffalo Bills on this one. They came close to getting that upset against New England. Vikings have not been playing too great, so Bills should have an easy win here, but we shall see. We head to Chicago next, where the Miami Dolphins will be taking on the Bears. This one's, again, one of those games where it's a hard pick for me because Miami looks so good in that Packers game to the last 2 minutes. Chicago's been up and down. Jay Cutler's been goofy, which, by the way, he had the most botched play of the week when he hit an NFL referee in the nuts with the football, which was hilarious. I hope somebody makes a gift of that for me, because I would love to watch that again. But I'm taking Chicago on this one. I'm not too confident in this pick. Normally, I feel confident in every pick, but in this one, I'm kind of roid. Simply because it is Jay Cutler. Moving on to kidding. Heading to Detroit, the New Orleans Saints. Don't you hate when you hit the wrong button? The New Orleans Saints will be traveling to Detroit to take on the Lions. This one's going to be closer than a lot of people think. You know, the Saints' defense sucks, and Drew Brees does not have Jimmy Graham. The Lions, well, yes, they got a great defense. Matthew Stafford right now. No Calvin Johnson. Reggie Bush is questionable. Right now, I don't know if he'll be playing or not. So this could be close, but I'm taking Detroit on this one. As long as the field goal kicker don't miss, I think they can win this one. If the field goal kicker misses, oh God. As a matter of fact, the Lions could be a better team if they had a kicker. Just saying, you know, maybe you should go watch whatever that shit is in London and get a kicker, okay? Moving on to Green Bay, it would be the Packers saying hello to the Panthers and Cam Newton. Well, Aaron Rodgers just says, relax, man. Well, I'm going to take you to win this one, Green Bay. I'm taking the Packers to beat the Panthers. Again, same reasons I kind of took the Colts over Cincinnati. I'm sorry. Getting a tie proves nothing to me. It proves that you were just a waste of time that week. I'm taking the Packers. I want to see the Panthers get the loss that they should have got this past week. Heading to San Diego, you stay classy. We'll be taking on Kansas City, where right now it's all about baseball there in Kansas City and not football. Which, congratulations to Kansas City for defeating my Royals again for the 3rd time. You know, I was pissed off about it last night, but it is what it is. At least I can have solace in fact that the Chargers will destroy the Kansas City Chiefs, because the Chargers have been looking great. There's no lie in that. Chargers have been looking damn good. I hope they continue that. So I will be taking San Diego to win at home. Moving to Oakland, I'm taking the Arizona Cardinals on this one. Yeah, Oakland just sucks. Moving on, my Dallas Cowboys will be taking on the New York Jets. It will be in Dallas. Now, this is the definition of a trap game, because I'm sure Dallas is going to be favored by a whole bunch of points. Now, just remember, this is a trap game. Yes, Eli does not have Victor Cruz. The Giants' defense did not look that great this past weekend. Neither did the offense. But remember, Eli has had the Dallas number, particularly when they're on the road for the Giants and then coming to Dallas. So be warned. This is the definition of a trap game 101. I am taking the Cowboys up, because you know me, I'm taking my team to win all the time, because that be what I do. So I got the Cowboys. We head to the Sunday night game where the 49ers will travel to Denver to take on the Broncos, and this could be the game where Peyton Manning sets the record for most touchdown passes in a career. Could this be the game? Yes. Will he win the game? Yes. I am taking the Denver Broncos to win this one, because the 49ers, you pretty much got to stop history from happening. That's what you got to do. And I don't think you're going to get to do it, because you just can't. I think history's going to be on the side of the Denver Broncos on this one. So I'm taking Denver to do it. I'm taking Peyton Manning to break the record as well. So go Broncos on that night. Then, of course, Monday night, it would be the Houston Texans taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. This one was another hard one for me because Texans coming off 2 losses, Steelers coming off an ass whooping given to them by Cleveland. So I had a hard pick on this one, but I'm going to take the Houston Texans. I love Mr. JJ of the Houston Texans. Texans are doing a great job defensively. It's offense I'm a little bit suspect about at the moment, but I'm taking Texans anyway to win this game because the Steelers have been looking like crap. So just as a quick recap of my predictions, I have the Patriots, the Ravens, the Redskins, the Seahawks, the Browns, the Colts, the Bills, the Bears, Lions, Packers, Chargers, stay classy, the Cardinals, my Dallas Cowboys, the Broncos, and the Texans all getting a W this week in week number 7. Let me know what you think. Do you agree or disagree with my predictions? Let me know. And until week 8, this is the DOUG signing off saying have a good week. Enjoy the football. Enjoy the MLB playoffs if your team's in it. And I will see you next time, folks. Woo! Yeah!